Teacher knowledge and behavior is the component of the model that focuses on teachers' knowledge of students and content, and on their expertise in classroom management and pedagogy. Teacher behavior is the element of teacher knowledge and behavior that encompasses classroom management and pedagogy. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. As part of a unit on the United States Congress, a high school government class simulates the process of writing a bill in a House or Senate committee. First, the students research the role of congressional committees in creating legislation. They also research their topic of debate, the minimum wage. The teacher manages a presentation session by introducing the students to several official websites they can use to find accurate, up-to-date information.
What I want to do, first of all, is I want to introduce you to a brand new website. It's brand new, even in existence, just a few weeks ago. And if you load up Heartland.net, you can actually, it was right on their screen and it still is, right there at the bottom. It says firstgov.gov. Go ahead and click on that. This is a website put together by the United States government at the direction of President Clinton because he wanted you to be able to access any website of the United States government from this particular location, and that's what that is.
The teacher introduces the websites using a large TV monitor at the front of the computer lab. He makes sure that each student is able to access the sites at their own computers in the lab. The teacher thus displays content management, an element of classroom management. The teacher's introduction of websites to the students also demonstrates elements of pedagogy. He has selected instructional resources that will provide the students with reliable information. His familiarity with the most current sources of information for his content area show the teacher's knowledge of his subject matter. The teacher also encourages his students to engage in reflection frequently through the use of electronic journals the students maintain on the school's server.
I want you to go to my computer and open up your journal. You got your journal entry in there somewhere. It should be on your name on the H drive. Then, this is October 10th. October 10th, I want you to write 4 things, dated October 10th, and I want you to write 4 things you learned about searching in the last 15 minutes.
The students are assigned roles as U.S. senators, witnesses, media reporters, and pollsters. The senators on the committee have to hold a press conference on proposed legislation to increase the minimum wage. Students playing roles as journalists will ask the senators questions about their views on the proposed legislation. The teacher demonstrates content management, an element of classroom management, as he manages a brief presentation of the lesson. He previews the different stages of the activity for the students.
You 4 are all for the increase in the minimum wage, right? But he's not. Okay. What we'll do, we're going to have press conferences now. And see, you 3 are the press, right? Okay, so why don't you 3 come up and sit at this table. Maybe, yeah, come up and sit, and you guys vacate. You guys go ahead and move back. And the way we're going to do it, wait a minute. The way we're going to do this is you 4 are going to give a press conference. It's, they refer to that as bipartisanship. We've got a bipartisan majority on this committee that want this raised. So in this case, even though you're different parties, Democrat and Republican, you're still kind of agreement. So you're going to give this joint conference. In the United States Senate, that's pretty common. Well, it's fairly common for Republicans and Democrats to work together, more so than in the House of Representatives. So what you've done is really not all that unusual. And you go ahead and move. And then what I'm going to do, since you 2 were opposed to the minimum wage, I'm going to have you 2 together and let the press ask you 2 questions together after these guys are done. Okay? All right, we'll do it that way.
The instructor's classroom management is also evident in the way he manages homework. After the press conference, the students who play journalist have to write up a statement and do a live television report. The teacher states the purpose of the assignment, and he relates it to real life. This demonstrates another aspect of content management.
No, that's all the press conference we're going to do. Now, what I would like you people to do for next time is, who's the newspaper person? Okay, write up a statement, and we'll either copy it or you can just read it, either way. And then you 2 get to make a live TV report in front of the camera since you chose to be TV personalities.
You can just pick someone.
No, well, you can if you want. You can do an interview, or you can just make a report, or you can combine them. You know, a lot of times they do both. I'll leave that to you. It doesn't have to be long, you know, but it's kind of what the news media takes events like this that most of us don't see on TV because we don't watch C-SPAN, and they put it out there for the rest of us to see, with the idea being that we'll have a little bit of an idea of what our senators are doing, and so that's what your role is to bring it before the public.
The students hold a committee hearing on increasing the minimum wage. The senators on the committee present their views, then call witnesses to appear and present arguments for and against a minimum wage increase. The teacher demonstrates an element of pedagogy by designing an activity that advances student disciplinary knowledge and understanding of both the issues related to the minimum wage and the way Congress works. Before the hearing, the students use the World Wide Web to find information and statistics on the minimum wage. They then use the information to formulate their arguments for or against the minimum wage hike. The committee hearing gives the students a chance to present and defend their arguments in a debate on an important issue.